Alright, everyone, welcome to a Resident Evil 7 Madhouse NG plus 100% speedrun. Now, I want to first explain the donation incentives in this game that I have planned. Now, first tier won't be a donation incentive, it'll be the first category that'll be on my list. So, the first category will be Madhouse NG plus any percent, which is just completing the game as fast as possible. And now here is the Madhouse NG plus 100% speedrun, which will be the second tier, which is where the donation incentives will go towards to. Now for 100% is where we have to get all the coins, all the Mr. Everywheres, all the files, all the steroids, and stabilizers. So that'd be second tier. And now for the third tier will be Madhouse knife only. Now that is the most interesting run that I have done for this game, and it was very interesting, and I'm pretty sure there will be many people who are super interested watching that category. And so I'm definitely sure it'll get people's interest for sure. So those are my donation incentives planned for this game. And now let me explain what NG Plus means in this game. NG Plus means we can use all the special items the game gives you doing certain tasks and passing the game multiple times. So that's what NG Plus means. So the NG Plus items I will be using is the Albert pistol. We're gonna be using infinite ammo. We're gonna use the walking shoes. We're gonna use the circular saw and the dirty coin. Those are the NG Plus items that I am very positive we will be using. Alright, so now let me explain 100% in this game. So I already explained during the donations and incentives, but let me explain again what 100% is. 100% is getting all the 33 antique coins, the 32 files, the 20 Mr. Everywheres, the 4 steroids, and the 2 stabilizers. That is what 100% means in this game. If you miss a single one of those things, that means this run is not 100%. So I'll definitely have some help from the couch things, just in case I do miss certain things. But I'll definitely be positive to not miss these things right now. Feels good, man. Alright, so here we are going to see Jack in the forest. And let me explain that certain part. So this game is very dependent on our CPU and GPU usage, meaning your frame rate and basically your CPU usage. So here, if our CPU usage is at 100% while seeing Jack, instead of slowing us down, it'll actually give us a speed boost. And it's very rare to get those boosts. I actually get it probably 1 out of 30 times. So we didn't get it that time. That's fine. So now let me get to explaining Ethan's running speed while being outdoors. When Ethan's outdoors, his running speed is at its fastest. But once he's inside of a building, which is what we're going to be doing right here in just a second, his speed is reduced. And so once we hit the first autosave, we're going to go into the pause menu and hit retry. And that'll actually take us back to Ethan's speed boost while being outside. So that saves time with the in-game timer. So here is the pause menu, waiting for the icon to go away, and now we continue on with the game. So now we have Ethan's boost back up. So now we're going to go up this staircase to get the first tape. Now, on any percent, you don't have to come up here. But since this is 100% and requires all the antique coins, we do need that videotape. This videotape allows us to unlock a drawer where the first coin is placed. Alright, so let me get to explaining the video here. This video is actually a camera crew or camera show. I'm not really too sure. It's like Ghost Adventures, and they're basically scoping out the house. And in the end, they end up getting destroyed by Jack. So what I just got there was a lockpick, and this lockpick will be able to unlock the drawer to get the first antique coin. Alright, so I am no longer playing as Ethan. I am now playing as a guy named Andre. He is the cameraman of this crew. So once we reach the basement and get out of this tape here, when we hit the basement and we're in the water part, there is a jump scare and a dead body appears, and that is actually this guy that I'm playing as right now. That is Andre. Very unfortunate that he passed away, but GGWP. All right. So now, I mean, this will be a good time to, I'll probably like explaining who's on the couch for me and some donations after that for sure. So here we cannot even open the door because these guys have to open it. I wish there was a way to go through it, but really there isn't. That's fine. So again, they're trying to open it here and they're pushing me out of the way. Feels bad, man. And we're through. So now we're going to open the door right away here and we're going to get out of the tape as soon as possible. All right, there we go. So we're out of the tape. As you can see, I did it really fast. There, I actually unlocked the drawer. And now we can continue on with the game. And that drawer has the first antique coin. It is actually locked where we start playing as Ethan once we enter the guest house. But again, we use the tape to unlock it, which is very strange. Very weird. But that's just how it goes for the first antique coin there. Alright, so here, again, like I explained before, we are going to hit the water part of the basement. And this is where we skip the first jump scare. So, for speedrunning purposes, you want to literally hug every wall and try to get through these sections as fast as possible. So here, I'll be hugging this wall here. And once we hit that wooden pillar, we are gonna turn slightly to the right and still hug the wall, and that'll allow us to skip that jump scare. And there you hear the bubbles, and we just passed by Andre. Bye, Andre. Feels bad, man. Alright. So now here we're gonna get the bolt cutters, and I'm gonna try and perform a quick turn while grabbing it. And we messed it up, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what we have to do to get that quick turn while grabbing the item, if you're playing on a controller, of course, you want to do the quick turn, which is down and B, but if you want to grab an item at the same time, you do down, B, and A at the same time. So you have to do this at the same time, and it's very specific. I mean, if you're slightly off with these two buttons, whether you're pressing the A button first or B button, it won't do what you want it to do. So in the worst case scenario, you'd want to be grabbing an item, but then you'd probably just turn away from the item without even grabbing it, wasting more time. So if it doesn't work, you better be hoping that you press A first. Alright, so here we're going to read this. This is the first file in the game. And we are going to read it and then delete it. Of course, you want to read it because we are trying to do 100%. So here we're going to turn to the left. We're going to read this file here. Again, it's two-sided. Some files, I think there are two files in this game where they are two-sided. And yeah, so now let me look at my stats. There's 3 files. So there are 3 files in the guest house, and there is 1 antique coin. Those are the only items here that are required to use and get for 100%. And this is Resident Evil 7 Speedrunner's Nightmare. This is the worst part in the game itself, because this is probably every Super Mario speedrunner's nightmare, because this probably depicts and is a good analogy for those auto scrollers. Feels bad, man. So yeah, usually here none of us like Mia. I try to cover her face 24/7 with this, but it's fine. So yeah, I mean, this would be a good time for donations as well. And here we are going to go into the first room where Mia starts freaking out on the wall. So there is a way to activate the next section of the game as fast as possible. and really we just have to stare at a wall at a very specific time and listen for an audio cue. And that audio cue is basically Mia laying down on the couch. So again, there is an item that is not required to be grabbed, but it'll help me out to practice my quick turns while grabbing items. And I will be showing you guys how it works. And doing that throughout the entire run saves a significant amount of time, so definitely want to get used to these quick turns. So there we go. As you can see, I grabbed the item and turned at the same time. There we go. We're going to do it again. There you go. Ah, some decent practice there. So here's where I turn and look at this wall. Alright, so now we're going to listen for this audio cue coming up after this dialogue. Okay, we're going to hear her lay down. There we go. Listening for that audio cue, in reality, you want to wait for that dialogue to pop up, but if you listen for the audio cue, you can actually turn much sooner, and the next part of the game will still activate, so definitely want to listen for that audio cue. So there, to activate this knocking, you have to go into the restroom ever so slightly, and just literally walk back out right away, and it'll activate this part of the game. So here, the game will give you, if you have tutorials on, the game will tell you to defend yourself, but you don't want to do that. Defending yourself makes no difference. The only difference is you actually waste time. So here, I won't be pressing anything. I'm just going to let this part go on, and I still won't get killed, but I actually complete this part much faster. So, I mean, it's basically the game's telling you to prolong the fight, which is very strange. So again, you want to run towards her there in order to speed up this process, which saves up more time. And yeah, we're almost dead here. Of course, Madhouse, since it is on Madhouse difficulty, the game will almost have you here at a one-shot kill. So after Mia is done banging her head on the wall like a crazy person, we are going to go into the restroom and heal up. So Mia will have some kind of timer on her once she's on the floor. So using our time wisely, we're going to heal, and we're actually going to have to walk slowly up to her to get her up as soon as possible. So here, we're going to go into the restroom. We're going to get 2 healing items. Heal, heal, take a step back, and we're going to walk towards her slowly. Again, if we ran towards her, it would not have worked the way I wanted it to. Alright, so now this is the Mia 1 boss fight. Mia 1's very interesting. So we want to get as close to her as possible and do these power swings. Alright, there we go. So, again, like I stated before, this game depends on your CPU and GPU. Now, you want to have the highest frame rates during this fight. Now, like I stated before, you want to be as close to her as possible. Being as close to her as possible, you can get multiple hits with one's power swing, which does and deals more damage. And so, I mean, if you have like a GTX 1080, whew, man, you're good to go. I am currently running on a 1060, so my frame rate is at around like 150 during that fight. I mean, not too bad. Of course, the higher the frame rate, the more chances of getting those multi-hits. Alright, so now we had her die in the middle of the hallway, which is very optimal because we don't have to do any work grabbing his axe. And now we're going to do the second retry in the game to increase Ethan's speed. So once the autosave is gone, hit retry and continue on with the game. Alright, so now we're going to go get this fuse over here. Oh yeah, so this is where we have to get the coin actually. I totally forgot about it until now. Again, it's very hard sometimes trying to remember that we're doing 100% here. Alright, there we go. That's the first coin, and that is where it is hidden. Alright, so now we're going to put in the fuse to activate the attic staircase button. Oh, so I didn't even explain what version of the game I'm playing. So I'm playing on the Cero D version of the game. And so Cero D actually takes off all of the decapitation that this game has on the regular version. So here, if we all know, um, Ethan's hand gets chopped off here, but since we're playing on Zero D, it won't be chopped off. And now it's some Japanese knife here instead of a screwdriver in the middle of his palm. And I don't know the name of this knife here, but I mean, if you guys know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael, that is his choice of weapon right there. So, yeah, if you guys know what it's called, please tell me. I don't know. So there on the Zero D version, the screen goes black, and then it goes back through to show us that Ethan's hand is still intact. So again, the Zero D version is the least goriest of all the versions of this game. Now, of course, it's still blood, but there is no decapitation whatsoever. Alright, so now we are going to come in here. We are actually going to save here for safety purposes, just in case, because the Mia 2 boss fight is the worst boss fight of its kind. Oops. So we're going to save there. I am actually going to get... Okay, we can't get rid of that. Okay, that might be bad for my item management later, but that's fine. Alright, so here there is a pistol to my right, but we aren't going to grab it because it is a massive waste of time, and I'm actually used to fighting Mia with just the axe. So hopefully we get very fortunate here. Let's see what happens. So again, you want to be as close to her as possible to get these multi-hits. That is a very weird... Okay, I have never had this start in this fight like this before. So let's see what happens here. So here I'm going to defend myself. We got unlucky flinches here. Oh, wow. My axe hit the wall. I am actually going to run away from her. Alright, there we go. We completed the fight. Okay, so like I said before, you want to get those multi-hits because of high frame rates. Now, we got very unfortunate because, as you can see, once Mia is stuck to a wall and she's near it, look what happens to my axe. It gets stuck and I can't swing anymore. This is how fast Ethan can swing now. It gets stuck on a wall and we can't swing anymore. That's why this fight is super annoying and difficult, because she loves hugging those walls. So, I mean, not too bad. Of course, we did have to run away a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. Alright, so I am probably guaranteed to lose time here. And hi, Jack. Alright, goodbye, Jack. Okay, so that's it for the guest house. Now, again, like I stated before, there are 3 files and 1 coin. So now we need 29 files and 32 coins, which I hope I remember them all. It feels bad. Feels bad, man. But then again, like I stated before, I am hoping to get the couch's help during my run. Well, we didn't actually lose a lot of time there. Very surprised about that. That was actually a decent fight for this category. Alright, so like I stated before, we keep all of our hands and arms intact, but still Zoe, which is the daughter of the family, is still reattaching my hand to my wrist, even though it didn't come off. So whatever, it's cool. Alright, so now we're here at the table scene. So let me explain something first. We all know that Jack gets his knife and stabs Ethan in the face, and it sounds like he's actually stabbing his teeth, but in reality he's actually stabbing his right cheek. And I will show you guys later on in the run that that statement is true. So here, Jack actually chops off Lucas's arm, but it won't happen because of the Zero D version. So there it goes, still intact. Excuse me for having it on German language. Let me explain why I have it on a different language. The English language is actually the slowest language in this game. It only loses a second though. It's not really a huge time loss, but in terms of speedrunning, you don't want to be running on English. But again, I'll fix that for knife only for sure. Alright, so here is where he actually stabs Ethan in the cheek. And yeah, okay, so let me explain Madhouse difficulty in its own. So there aren't a lot of speedrunners for Madhouse. Usually they play on easy mode. Now, the reason there aren't that many people running Madhouse is because of, again, the guest house. It's super difficult because of that Mia boss fight. And because of this next part, which is what we all call Resident Evil 7. The Jack hallway, excuse me. So the Jack hallway is super random with his attacks. And we have to be looking at him at a specific way to dodge his grabbing animation. So let's see if we can pull it off here. Nice, we did. So he went for the grab there. We're going to interact with this door here and hopefully get a good attack. Nope, that is actually one of the bad attacks. So he's going to be chasing me right now. Actually, no. Okay, actually we escaped all the way through. Not too bad. Now he is right behind us, so here I am going to crouch. Alright, cool. So the reason I crouch there is because Jack can sometimes teleport in this room once you unlock the hatch door, and basically he will just destroy me. And so yeah, we had some decent RNG there. He actually yelled after his attack, so that's very rare and fortunate. So again, here is another skip, which is all dependent on your GPU. You actually need 300 frames to activate that phone there. See, this phone call is needed to be activated and answered to continue on with the game. But once climbing out of that hole, you can actually activate it by just climbing the hole and looking at a specific spot. But you need 300 plus frames. So again, this game sometimes likes really expensive hardware. So that's what's really weird about this game. So here we're going to interact with the item box. Again, we're going to do the quick turn here. Alright, so we're gonna grab this, and this. I'm gonna get rid of this. We're gonna grab this. And yeah, continue on. Okay, so here, destroy that. Because that is the Mr. Everywheres that we need to destroy. Alright. So that is the first Mr. Everywhere in the game. So again, like I said, my item management was super messed up because we actually took over a cassette tape and it threw off everything for me. But that's fine. So what I did there, I didn't grab the dirty coin. I'm actually not going to use the dirty coin on this run since we are actually carrying over the first antique coin that is within the game, which I totally forgot about. Alright, so let me explain the cop, the deputy. People call him deputy. That is what he calls himself as well. And so to activate him as fast as possible, if you guys remember when we first encountered Jack at the hallway there, we grabbed the hatch key. After grabbing the hatch key, you want to go interact with the aux key door. Doing that, you go all the way through the hatch door and just complete everything that I just did already. And so that was the second step. So now the third step, we are going to go into the kitchen, like I did before, and we're actually going to hit some boundary, some specific spot, and the deputy, excuse me, will actually spawn immediately. So that is the fastest way in doing that, instead of actually going all the way back to the aux key door. Yeah, that worked out well. So now we are going to go into the Jack 1 boss fight. So let me explain what I mean by Jack 1 and Mia 1 and Mia 2. Now, since we do fight the bosses multiple times, we don't call them, basically, we don't say Mia boss fight. We call them Mia 1 and Mia 2 because we fight them multiple times. So here, another Cero D change, no decapitation. And there we go. So here, we are going to pull out the circular saw right away. And we're going to saw Jack here. Once he flinches, I'm going to grab this pistol and run towards this shelf. And once he destroys it, I shoot him and he immediately goes inside the car. Yeah, I mean, it's very simple here. And so now we're going to pull out the saw, continue sawing this guy here. And that is basically the Jack 1 boss fight. This is probably the most simple boss fight in this game. Very easy. Alright, so here I'm actually going to create a healing item. I just realized I didn't grab an herb. I'll actually grab that right now. That's fine. Alright, cool. So again, my item management is a little screwed up, but I will fix that right now. So here, that is the Jack 1 boss fight here. But now, the ladder, to continue on, we need to activate an animation. It's super tricky sometimes, because it never activates. As you saw me moving back and forth a little bit, we have to get in a certain sweet spot to activate it. And bam! Again, no decapitation. That his part of his head that he just shot is actually still intact. So here, we're going to grab this antique coin and get that quick turn. Again, I'm doing those quick turns. That actually, the quick turn trick actually saves the most time with this item. It takes us to the screw behind the portrait as soon as possible. So again, there are actually a lot of items here for me to grab in terms of files and antique coins, but we are actually going to bypass them for now because we will be coming back to this section of the game momentarily. Alright, so here is actually another Mr. Everywhere we're going to shoot. Nope, very unlucky. There we go. We're actually going to get this Mr. Everywhere, and we're going to get this coin. There we go. Now we're going to continue on with the game here. And do the quick turn. Nope, we didn't get it. That's fine. That is a scorpion key. So now we're actually going to go over here and make this guy attack us. And we're actually going to go into this room and get another two-sided file. So here we're going to perform a quick turn to get the back side of it right away. There we go. So there are two files there. Again, the double-sided files are actually two files. Alright, so now we're going to continue on with the game and get the dissection room key. I've always called it the incineration room key, but it's actually a dissection room. Alright, so now we're going to read this file immediately. We're actually going to complete this puzzle to get the key. We're going to turn around here, get this coin, open this. We're actually going to activate this guy to come out. And now we can shoot this guy right away, reload, go into the circular saw, and continue on with the game. Very simple stuff here. So again, the circular saw is super OP. As you can see, I just do that and they die. There we go. So here is the Jack 2 boss fight. Jack 2 is very simple. Really, he has iframes. And those iframes, you kind of want to wait until they pass by. And also, there are items here for me to grab, antique coins. And I am going to bypass them because we are going to come back here later on during the run. So again, waiting for his iframes to end, and now we shoot him. And then we just saw him down, still saw him, and then run away. Okay, healing item. That is actually really good. I am going to grab this. Oof. Okay, that was very fortunate. We actually almost died there. That's fine. Alright, there we go. So we can't grab it. I actually got to delete that there. Go to the key there. Alright, that's fine. We had an extra wave there, but that's perfectly fine. It's a little bit of a time loss, not too crazy. Alright, so what I did with my management there, I went to the scorpion key. That is the next item we'll be using. And I can't stress enough how important item management is within this game. You always want to put your cursor to where you will be using the next item. And that helps out on saving time, because the in-game timer is still running even when you're in your inventory, obviously. So again, you always want to be remembering your item management during the entire run. Alright, so now here, we're actually going to do a lot of things. I'm actually going to be really focused, probably during the run at GDQ. And I'll probably have the people on the couch explaining this, but right now I am going to be explaining. So here we are going to grab keys to get outside of the main house. But while we're doing all that, we are going to grab many files and many coins while doing so. Oh, I actually missed a file over here. Feels bad. So this is a file there. Can't forget about that one. So yeah, like just to obtain the files, you just immediately just press A on them and press B to get out of that file there. So here we are gonna go into this room. We're gonna open this book here and get a key. So after getting that key, we're actually gonna read this file there, hidden within the drawer. So there's that. We're actually gonna saw this Mr. Everywhere. Open this. There we go. Easy. So read another file here. We're gonna open this drawer, read another file, and that is it for this room. So now we're gonna come this way and get another antique coin that's hidden behind this portrait. So now we're gonna get this quick drop here. Quick drops, you have to go down these certain ledges at at a specific way. It's very strange. So here we're gonna go insert the pendulum. We're actually gonna get this coin here. We're gonna read this file and get this thing here, the third key, and we're gonna read this file. There we go. So that is a lot to remember, really. Because again, if you miss any single one of those things, you are not gonna get verified for 100%. So here we are, going to the outside world. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now we are outside. We're actually gonna head to the left here and go underneath the house. Here's a little secret section. And in here, there is an antique coin, so it's definitely necessary to come down here for 100%. Again, like I explained, any percent, you do not need to come down here. So here, we're gonna shoot this Mr. Everywhere and get bad RNG, just like that. That is fine. Alright, so again, I'm probably gonna turn around and shoot that Mr. Everywhere, just in case I don't forget about it. Usually, if I don't shoot it there due to bad RNG with my bullets, I shoot it another time because we do come back here. But for this run, I'm gonna make sure I do shoot it. Alright, so this would be a really good time for donations as well. Well, let me explain what I did with the item box there. I got rid of my knife because it's completely useless on NG+, obviously. And we actually put away the scorpion key because we no longer need it. Again, this will be a good time for donations during this phone call. So, let me not forget about this Mr. Everywhere, because this one's very tricky to shoot. Alright, so now that this phone call is over, and I'm gonna turn around slightly and shoot it. There we go. Very, very tricky Mr. Everywhere right there. Alright, so now we're heading towards Marguerite's house, which is the old house. I call it Marguerite's crib. Just personal not reference. Personal choice. There we go. Here we go. We're gonna head to the right here and blow up the first beehive in the game, and then blow up the second beehive. So the grenade launcher is super necessary on Madhouse. It's can't be stressed enough. Alright, so here we are gonna shoot that Mr. Everywhere there. Nice. Good RNG there, not like the first time. And we're gonna interact with this door. So now spiders are gonna spawn here, and I'm just gonna saw these, and hopefully they all get off immediately. There we go, that was nice. Sometimes it doesn't work right away like that. Actually, it eats up a lot of my time. So here, we're actually gonna get this antique coin, and we're gonna come over here, and we are actually gonna get a Mr. Everywhere. It's definitely necessary to come over here for the Mr. Everywhere. So there's a Mr. Everywhere. Saw it down and get the backpack. The backpack actually increases my inventory slots. It's very, very helpful. So then again, I had my item management perfect there. And so I just immediately pressed A twice to use the shadow puzzle key. And yeah, I can't stress enough again how important item management is within this game. It's a huge time save throughout the entire game. Alright, so here will probably be a good time for donations, because right now I am just going to get the crank. And the crank allows us to walk over water sections. Obviously, Ethan cannot walk over water, but it seems like Ethan cannot swim as well. But that's okay, because I can't swim either. So, GG, Ethan, GG. Oh, we actually forgot a coin. I'm actually going to go and get that back later. So here is a Mr. Everywhere. We want to shoot it as soon as possible. And there we go. Second try. Not too bad. And get the crank. Alright, so I'm actually going to go back and get this coin because I don't want to forget about it. Again, I am going to try and get people to remind me that there is this coin over here. Very tricky coin. But for sure, I will definitely be practicing this run much more if I ever do get accepted to AGDQ, so that none of this can ever happen. None of these mistakes here. Again, I haven't ran 100% that much. Alright, so here, Marguerite. Marguerite can actually have some really bad RNG, and she gave us enough space here. She can actually be really close to that table, and it's very fortunate that she wasn't. Alright, so again, now here we are raising the bridge. We are going to wait a little bit because there is a force field. As you can see, that force field is super random and it only happens with those bridges there. Super weird. Okay, so now we are going to head to the right before walking into this door. There is an antique coin here on the floor. There we go. And that bug almost hit me. GG. Alright, so the Marguerite 1 boss fight. A lot of fun here. Probably the most interesting run. I mean, most interesting fight in this game because it is super quick. You'd expect Madhouse to be more difficult than this. Well, this is how Madhouse is with NG plus items. Super quick. Alright, so what I'm going to do on this fight, I'm going to shoot one grenade. I'm going to shoot one bullet with the Albert pistol, and then we're going to go back to the G17 pistol and finish her off. I actually missed a bullet there. Very unfortunate right now. Okay, so we missed the Albert shot. That's the very first time I missed it. I can't believe that. That's fine. I'll make sure I don't miss it next time. So we're going to go use this key here. We're going to grab this chem fluid for safety reasons. And open this up. So to continue on with the game, we have to read this file. So we don't have to worry about this file here. And we actually messed up the quick turn, but that's fine. And answer this phone. Now this is the last phone call we will be answering. Because the other phone calls after this one are completely useless. Because you don't need to answer them to continue on with the game. So, just to keep that in mind once you're hearing phone calls and you're freaking out that I'm not answering them. Alright. So, after this phone call, I'm actually going to take a step outside here, and I'm going to read the file that's literally right at this, like, doorway. Because I do not want to forget about it. Definitely don't want to forget about that one. There we go. So now here, the blood is still there, but we're going to look up, turn around, look down at this hole, and go down. There we go. As you can see, I'm not getting damaged because this hole is open. The blood there only does damage to you if the hole is not opened. And so looking at the ceiling at a specific spot like I did, that actually opens that hole. So it feels good, man. And then you have to go down in a very, 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 very specific way down the hole because if you don't, you're actually not going to activate the animation that Marguerite has. Alright, so now we're actually going to continue on with the Marguerite 2 boss fight. Marguerite 2 is super easy on NG+. So let me just show you guys how it's done. So here, I get close to her and use the saw, because the saw does the most damage here. As soon as she almost disappears, we're going to pull out the pistol and shoot her one more time. We're going to reload our weapons because we're going to use them again. Look at this hole to not make her spawn there, and we're actually going to shoot this right there, make her get wrecked. And then continue to saw her down. Pull out the pistol, do as much damage as possible, and hopefully she gets trapped here. Whole point of making her spawn there is to trap her here. Let's see what happens. And we actually got the trap. Nice. So for the rest of the fight, I'm just going to saw her down, and there she goes. Very, very simple fight. Alright, so here I am going to get this red chem fluid to make a healing item. and continue on with the game. Again, she is floating on a hole, which is very weird. But don't be freaked out. Everything is okay. Alright, so here, now we are actually going to grab antique coin right here on this table here. Alright, so I'm reloading to my newer rounds because that's what's really preferred for this next part. So again, there is another antique coin here. And it's just on this little electricity box thing, whatever that is. Feels bad if I got the name wrong. I'm pretty sure I did. Ah, that's fine. Alright, so we're going back to the room where we had the last phone call. Now there is a file, a Mr. Everywhere, and an antique coin. Now, when I was going for world record runs, I actually forgot this file multiple times. And I was freaking out, like, where is this file at? And I couldn't believe it. So it's in this room. Again, it was probably the fear of the piano. Like, I didn't want to go in there, maybe. Pretty sure that was a problem there, but whatever, it's cool. Alright, so we're actually going to shoot this guy and actually get bad RNG there. It's fine. I'm not complaining. There we go. Again, like, shooting the pistol and seeing where the bullets go when you're not aiming down, completely random. That's fine. Alright, so here I'm actually going to do a frame rate trick. It's not even a trick, really. It's just something that this game has. It's just super weird. So, we're going to walk in here and just get the D-Series arm. It's one of the ingredients in creating the serum, which is what this whole point of the game is, getting that serum. To heal Mia and Zoe. So here we are. So, once we step out, I am gonna change my frame rate to 60 FPS. Now doing this is gonna actually allow me to squeeze through this molded. Hopefully spawns late like it just did right there. And squeeze through! Nice. So there, we actually got past that molded. Once he's fully spawned, you cannot walk through him like that. And really, that's just a time loss there. So yeah, you want to decrease your FPS there. So what I did there, the molded spawned there, is the one with the big arm. So those are probably one of the most dangerous in this game. I shot the wall and it actually stunned him. So as you can see, that phone is ringing. I just completely ignored it because it is not necessary to answer. Now, one of my runs, I was on a huge PB pace and I just had a brain fart and I answered it. And it was just a big feels bad man moment. Feels really bad. Alright, so now we're going to come over here. We're going to head to the trailer to activate the next part of the game. But within this trailer, there are two files I do need to read. So we're going to walk in, open the fridge. We're going to read this file. We are going to do a quick turn here. There we go. We got it. And there we go. So as you can see, that is another difference on Zero D. The cop's head isn't in there since it wasn't decapitated. It is just a photo of the cop. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. That's just another difference. Alright, so now going inside the trailer activates the next part of the game. And just continue on. This would probably be a good time for donations. Probably one donation here. Just verifying that. And now we are going to go to getting the snake key. Now again, we know on the regular version of the game, we actually stick our arm inside of the cop's neck. Well, we are actually not going to do that, since the snake key is already taken out of the cop. So we are just going to grab the snake key immediately. So yeah, we skipped that jump scare there, not too bad. And we're also going to grab an antique coin. Can't forget about that antique coin hidden in the back there. And continue on. Sweet. Okay, so there's a lot of things here. Right when we open this door, we're going to hit this Mr. Everywhere. Get that there. Another antique coin hidden. And we're actually going to head to the left over here and get this picture. This picture is the only way to get the first steroid in the game. If you don't grab it, it won't be able to allow you to open the secret. It's like the game knows, like, you may know where it's at, but Ethan doesn't know. You have to grab the picture. And then you're like, feels bad. That's fine. Alright, so there's also more things to do here, and I have to remember. Okay, so here, I'm actually gonna get to the crow key. Where is the crow key? There it is. Open this up. Open the door here. Get the coin, and get the steroid. Turn around, and get this other coin here in the toilet. And I don't know why that is not considered a dirty coin in the game. But I didn't create the game. GG. Alright, so now that we're done with that there. The reason I did those in a specific way is because things take a while in order for Ethan to be able to be allowed to grab them. So, again, just doing things to not waste time there. Alright, so there, I got rid of the photo because we no longer need it in our inventory. It's going to take up a lot of space. Alright, there we go. So we use the steroid to increase our health. As you can see, it just said health is increased. Now, I forgot 2 files already, and I'm actually going to grab them after this. Cannot forget about those. So here we're getting the blue key card, which is one of the key cards that we need to open the next part of the game. And that quick turn is just absolutely cursed. Alright, so there's that Mr. Everywhere. I want to shoot it. Nice RNG there. Get the coin, get the toy axe, and that toy axe is actually going to be very useful coming up here. So again, I am going to head to the left here. There is a file to read. There we go. Read it right away. There's another file here. And now we are just going to go into the main bedroom of the house. And there is another file in here as well. Okay, no, I actually need to get rid of this to create space. Alright, there we go. So yeah, we need to get the red key card, and I had no space there, so had to work on that. So there's a file there. Can't forget about that one, because if we do, that's a massive time loss. If I do remember it later on. Alright, so now coming down here, getting the red key card. Gotta dodge a few more molded to escape. That time we didn't get lucky, that's fine. Sometimes you can actually grab that item and the game will still keep you running. But that time Ethan paused, and we didn't continue running. Feels bad. Alright, there we go. So now we have to kill 2 4-legged molded, and then we're gonna get the first stabilizer in the game. Now you guys probably never knew about this puzzle for those of you who have played this game. So we're gonna kill this guy here, and come over here, and use the toy axe, and to make the number 7 here. And there we go. This is the first stabilizer. So we're going to perform the quick turn here. There we go. GG. We're going to reload. I'm not too sure where my items are at here. There we go. There we go. I'm actually going to use this right now. Alright. Feels good, man. Feels really good. Alright, so now my reload reading speed is increased. Feels good. Alright. Now we made it to the TV. Feels amazing. Okay, so now here Lucas does cut his nails off, and I don't know if it's okay for the viewers to see this. It's not gory or anything, it's just him taking off his nails. But again, if it is too much, I could just look up and avoid it. This is one of the few things that I can avoid. So yeah, just a little clarification there. And yeah, let me check my items real quick. 19, 21, yeah, I think we're good there. Yeah, I'm pretty positive we are good there. With items that we need to grab. Alright, so yeah, now we have 19 coins. We still need like 14 antique coins. Feels bad, I know. And we need a ton of files, I think 10 more. No, 12 more. We need 3 more steroids and 1 more stabilizer. So, again, the run is nowhere near over yet. We're about halfway through. Again, this would be a really good time for donations as well. Hearing all of those wonderful and generous people's names and those amounts is just insane, and how GDQ has so much support. It's just amazing. Okay. Alright. Lucas, finish talking, please. So yeah, there are two ingredients, which I did explain earlier when we grabbed the D series arm. He actually has the second ingredient, and so we have to go through him to get the second ingredient. But really, we don't really go through him. We just try to get to him, but he runs away and he leaves the head alone. So yeah. Alright, so now we are gonna encounter the bomb rooms. Bomb rooms are a lot of fun, so we gotta use this pistol. So we're gonna grab the coin here that is hidden behind the TV and continue on with the bomb rooms. And it actually looks really fast if I get all the shots on. Yep, we missed one shot. We missed another shot. Oh, okay. Yep, that happens sometimes. Alright, let's just continue on and pretend that didn't happen. Again, that's a fail. Oh my god. Yeah, my RNG right now is just insanely good with this pistol. Feels bad. Alright, we're gonna shoot this box, get this antique coin. Alright, that's totally fine. Alright, so we're gonna pull out the flame round here. And we're gonna shoot the floor right there and blow up those two bombs there. And get this antique coin on the way. I mean, we got very unlucky, but that's fine. So here, if you actually input the correct code, which is 1408, right now, it still won't work, and you will actually have to input a different code, which is very unfortunate. So here, we're going to put away the keys first, because we don't need them anymore. Put the arm away, and then that. What is it called? The crank. Had a brain fart there. So I'm going to heal here, because I am super weak. I am going to grab this healing item to help me out. And here, I'm actually going to shoot this bomb. Reload. I'm going to open this door. Turn around. Shoot this guy. And I probably missed my shot. No, we actually got him. Okay, just making sure he's dead. And shoot these bombs. Alright, there we go. So now we're going to grab this steroid. We're going to grab this coin in here. And there we go. So now we have 2 steroids and another coin down. Oh crap, we gotta reload. Alright, there we go. Okay, I cannot forget to reload there because it's very dangerous. Because of those 2 4-legged molded. Alright, so now there's a Mr. Everywhere here. Let's see what kind of RNG we get. Yep, bad RNG. Feels good. Alright, so again, there, I got another quick drop, falling down at a specific way. It has to be very specific. So here we got the battery to continue on with the game, putting it within this slot, and I'm pretty sure my item management is off. No, it's not. Cool. Alright. Alright, so here, I'm actually going to put my new around and get ready for this door to open. Now, doing damage to these guys when they're coming down does not do anything. Very unfortunate here. So after this boss fight, I have to remember the Mr. Everywhere behind me, because I totally forgot about it. Perfectly fine. I will remember, for sure. Or did I shoot it already? No, I didn't. There we go. Nice, we didn't even lose any time there. Alright, everything went well there. Cool. Yeah, if you forget that Mr. Everywhere right there, I don't think you'll be able to shoot it later on. I think you can, actually. Alright, so that's fine. I'm actually going to get rid of these things because they're no longer needed. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we have to get rid of all of our items here because Lucas will not let us continue on into the next section of the game. So, yes, we have to get rid of the items as fast as possible here. There is the other coin that we need to grab, and let's continue on. Alright, so here we are. We're going to go in here, get rid of our items nice and fast, and then put our code 1408. And we actually got the diagonals there. On the Xbox One controller, as you can see, the D-pad is very, like, sharp. So it's really hard to hit the down and the right button at the same time. So again, very fortunate we got those diagonals. Saved like literally like less than a second, not really too much time, but it is a time save. Alright, so let me get to explaining this part. So on this part, you can actually watch a videotape in this game, and this part of the game, but you're playing as someone else, not Ethan. And I forgot his name. I think it's Clancy. Not really too sure. But you have to solve that puzzle to get an achievement. So, I actually spent 7+ hours doing that puzzle. Like, I was super dedicated to figuring out this puzzle without looking it up to keep up my pride. And I did it after 7 hours. Alright, so here we hold down 5 times to spell out loser. Probably one of the most simplest puzzles in this game. Alright. Let's continue on here and put this, what would you call this? A gear? No. Is it a valve? I think it is a valve. I think it is. Feels good. Alright. I think we get a significant time save here. I can't believe that. We are going to get a significant time save. It's very weird. And feels birthday, man, and then feels bad, man. Oh, well. Here will be a good time for donations as well. A really good time. Cool. Nice time save there. And now it takes about 17 to 18 seconds. I'm not really too sure. I'll probably get that verified later on of how long this bomb takes. But if you're in front of this wall without defending yourself, you'll probably get knocked over. But hopefully I'm in the correct spot to where it doesn't even do any damage to me. See what happens. Nice. Nice. So now we grab this head. So you want to go through that little hallway there as fast as possible. Because if you don't, you will actually start coughing and waste a lot of time. So here we're actually going to turn around. We aren't going to forget about this guy. And continue on. Just those Mr. Everywheres can hide really hard. It's amazing. Alright, so now we got another Mr. Everywhere to destroy here. I'm coming, Mia. Feels good. Alright, so here would be good time for donations as well. Because here I am just walking towards another crank here. So here I am going to shoot at a specific spot. There you go. As you can see that blue cloud appearing, I shot a Mr. Everywhere. And yeah. Alright, here we go. So now there are going to be 4-legged molded trying to kill me now. It's not just 4-legged molded. It's a lot of molded. So here I just use the grenade launcher to avoid them. And for them to not hit me. So here there's going to be another 4-legged. And this one's very tricky because of iframes. So there we go. We had to kill him there. Feels bad, I know. It had to be done. Alright, there we go. So now that we have both ingredients to make the serum, we can actually have Zoe freed to create the serum. And there we go. So now we're going into the Jack 3 boss fight. Jack 3 is probably a lot of fun and probably the most entertaining fight. Because, you know, I think there are like 8 eyes and I destroy them extremely fast. I hope you guys enjoy that right now.
Wenn wir das Serum hergestellt haben, was dann?
Draußen ist ein Boot.
Alright.
Keiner von uns beiden wird ohne Serum weit kommen.
So again, a good time for donations, and here comes Jack.
Hey, eins davon ist meins.
Okay, let's see what you get. Let's see what you got, Jack. See what you got. So here, I believe I have my grenade launcher out. I better. It's best to have the newer rounds. The newer rounds are very important to slow down Jack here. So here we're going to try and hit him in the eye to do some damage. There we go. We hit him in the eye there. We're gonna go down here, destroy this eye. This eye is very important to destroy. You always want to be the first eye you want to destroy. So here we saw his eye there. We're gonna saw his other eye here. Continue to saw him here. Go back to his tail. We're gonna continue sawing this one. There you go. We're actually gonna change back to our grenade launcher and slow him down again. We're gonna start sawing him here. Pull out the pistol. We saw him again. Destroy this eye. We're actually gonna move to this eye now. All the arms are dead. Now we just need the head. And GGWP, everybody. A very, very nice fight there. Very fun. So now we still need one more part of the fight here. Now here, you shoot a grenade launcher and try to hit him with the pistol. Again, it's all RNG because... we missed. Whatever, it's cool. Again, it's RNG because of not aiming with a pistol and just wherever the round wants to go. Completely random. But now I actually see that I actually have enough time to aim. Never noticed that.
Jetzt habe ich alles gesehen.
Alright, so now we gotta wait for Zoe to appear, and there she is.
Ethan, hier lang.
And yeah, this is the end of the fight now. Now I just need to press A here for us to defeat Jack.
Nutzt das Serum an ihm.
Du
Nice.
willst, dass ich ihn heile?
And bam! GGWP, Jack. So that is Jack 3. Now that is the main house, old house, testing area part of the game. Very, very straightforward. So again, this will probably be a good time for donations, but I will be explaining this right now, actually.
Wartet auf uns.
Actually, this won't be a good time for donations. I'm actually going to be explaining this. Here we get to choose whether to save Mia or Zoe, and it's actually picking Mia is the better choice. Picking Mia is a better choice because it actually saves more time. If you pick Zoe, you have a longer dialogue here,
Noch eins übrig?
which loses about, like, I believe is 20 to 30 seconds.
Was zur Hölle machen wir jetzt?
And then you also have to fight Mia if you pick Zoe once again. So here, if you pick Zoe, this dialogue will be longer
Ich war dumm zu denken, ich könnte
because Mia talks for the longest time.
Geht.
And
Geht
then
schon, wir bleiben.
once this black screen is gone and the next scene loads, that dialogue is actually a lot longer too. So, and again, another time loss. So again, you want to pick Mia.
Ich werde Hilfe schicken.
Brauchst du nicht.
One, it's safer, and one, it's shorter. GG's. Alright, so now would be a good time for donations. So let me explain the ship. The beginning of the ship, guys, is actually very, very boring. It is just Mia walking through and hallucinating over and over just to get the fuse, which is the very first item you get. Very unfortunate. But again, the ship is probably the scariest as well. I say it's the scariest section in the game because there are so many cheap shots in this ship. Now, I didn't explain cheap shots, which I should have. I'm pretty sure the couch would have, but the cheap shots in this game, what I mean by cheap shots is that these molded, when they're spawning, they can actually hit me while they're spawning. And not only that, they can actually hit me multiple times with one swing. And it's actually the worst part of Madhouse. Again, this is another reason why people don't run Madhouse that often. Because of the cheap shots. The cheap shots are super cheap. Like,
Ich erinnere mich
sometimes I'll be at full HP and a cheap shot can go so bad to where a molded will swing once and actually hit me 4 times. That just actually happened to me before. I was at full HP and then I was going to where I was almost a one shot. Actually, I was a one shot kill. And it's insane. And it's just something that's very strange that I don't know why Capcom never fixed. Because again, I'm pretty sure if that was fixed, this game would get much more attention on Madhouse for sure.
Was zum
Again,
Teufel?
guys, excuse me the little lag that I have here. Yeah, my frame rate like goes all crazy here. Again, I am recording and playing on the same PC, so just excuse me on that one. Neala. Again, I will be changing it to English on the knife only run. Again, it'll definitely be run on English. Doesn't matter about that 1 second time loss. Again, we're just trying to complete the game for marathon purposes. Alright, so now we're playing as Mia now. Feels amazing.
Wie?
So, like I stated before, that at the dinner table, Jack stabs Ethan in the cheek. So here's where you can actually see his cheek, and you can see the scratch there, the stab mark. So that is where Jack stabs him. Not in his teeth or his gum or in his mouth. It was on his cheek. Alright, there we go. Mia actually climbed. Okay, sometimes Mia just can't climb that ledge. It is just weird. Like, Mia has a brain fart. Mia gets a huge brain fart. Just like how I do sometimes. So it feels bad. But not this time. So here, this is where Mia starts hallucinating. And she's getting these hallucinations because of the enemy of the game, which is Evie. She's playing with her mind. So yeah, so again, here is a very good time for donations. Just want to clarify that.
Was war das?
So again, here I stated before in the very beginning that you want to stick to walls and make sharp turns to get as much of a time save as you can. And so here I'm making these sharp turns perfectly in order to save as much time as possible. So here at this hard hat, we're going to reach it and then we're going to turn around and then the next hallucination begins. Feels good, man. Okay, so here I'm actually going to put my cursor here because this is where the fuse will be. I'm actually going to get some safety healing items just for marathon purposes. Again, it loses time, but it's only about like 5 seconds, so it's not really too bad. But during my streams or when I'm actually running this at home, I won't be getting these heals. It's definitely necessary for marathon reasons. Because again, the ship is super risky in terms of cheap shots, and cheap shots can actually like knock you to really dangerous health numbers. Alright, so now we just need one more little hallucination animation, and we are good to go, guys. So again, this would be a good time for donations. And here we go. So actually, if you guys see these black stuff all around, I believe it's actually dead people. And look at that. It's a
Erinnerst du
dead
dich?
person.
Was? Was bist du?
Feels bad. Press F to pay respects. GGWP. Alright. So now we're going to continue on. That was the last hallucination. Actually, there's one more, but really, I don't really count that as a hallucination since I'm still able to like do things. So this is the second longest ladder in the game. We still haven't encountered the longest one, so here we go. Alright.
Du hast gesagt, wir können eine
So
Familie
here
sein.
is Evelyn.
Wovon
No, it's
redest
actually
du?
Evelyn.
Du hast
Alright, so now we're actually gonna finally do something on the ship. So here, we're gonna go to the right and actually get this fuse. This fuse allows us to open a certain door. And there we go, don't cheap shot us. We're actually gonna grab this coin. I totally forgot about this coin. There we go, I forgot we were doing 100%. Luckily I remembered just in time. Alright, so we're gonna grab this. There we go. And continue on. Yeah, I was actually very fortunate I remembered that there. Because that coin is very sneaky sometimes. But yeah, that is the first coin on the ship, and I believe there are 7 coins on the ship. So let's not forget about those. Alright, so now we are actually going to do another tape. There we go. Again, item management, very important. As you can see, I didn't actually do things in my inventory menu. I just kept pressing A and everything went smoothly. So now this is Mia's past. Mostly everyone in the Resident Evil 7 community hates this man that Mia's talking to because he is completely dumb. He's just dumb. He's the one that caused all this, and then he ends up dying. Like, why?
Mir recht.
Why would it
Was denn
happen
hier?
that way?
Ja,
Well,
das
it's
ist
all
meine
good.
Schuld. Das heißt nicht, dass
It's
ich
all
die Schuld
good. I'm
habe.
not mad at you, man.
Bis
All
jetzt
right,
nichts
so
passiert.
here, there
Das
there
ist
is
richtig
actually
verletzt.
no files or
Ich kann
coins
nicht
here, but
glauben, dass das
okay,
passiert.
let me rephrase that. There is one file and no coins.
Nimm das.
But this file can actually be read outside of this tape, so you don't
Gut.
have to read it here, but it actually saves time reading
Bring's
it
in
here.
Ordnung.
So, of course, we
Okay,
are gonna want to
Evie.
read it.
Wo bist du?
All right, there we go. So now there is a new skip that was found recently, and I will be performing that skip. So here, I really don't have to worry about 100% items, which is very nice. I can actually relax my brain here. And so what we're gonna do here is open this locked door. There we go. I'm gonna
Da geht
make
es
sure I
nicht.
get this done correctly. All right, there we
Sie
go.
zurücksetzen.
And we skipped it. Nice. So yeah, that phone call is actually like 20 seconds long. We just skipped it entirely. Alright, so there I grabbed the chem fluid and I'm gonna grab this herb for healing purposes to stay alive. Because like I stated before, the ship is the riskiest part in the game. It just is. Alright, so here I'm gonna do a quick turn and get all the items here in order for me to have the most defensive um items that I can use against these things. So here we're gonna shoot this guy out and not waste any more time. So basically we just kicked him out of the room. Feels good. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now I put my item management perfectly on a corrosive spot because we are gonna grab a corrosive to open the door. Alright, there we go. So now we are gonna walk by this molded here. Now this molded is the worst of them all. Let's see if we get cheap shotted. Okay, nice. Yeah, that molded is probably the one I hate the most. It just cheap shots me like 24/7. It's just insane, and I don't know why that didn't hit me that time, but I'm not complaining about it. All right, here we go. Now that we're done with that section, again, I don't know if you guys noticed, I grabbed bombs, and that'll actually allow me to kill a couple molded really fast. So this is the corrosive I was talking about. Some kind of liquid to corrode these doors open. Alright, there we go. Alright, so here, what we want to do,
Pass auf,
we
Baby.
have to
Nein, Evie.
go all the way
Ich
to
bin
the
nicht
back of the
böse.
room.
Warte.
We're going to head to the right
Weißt du, was
here
du nett?
and hit the middle of
Ich
this
will
rail
Ohrwurm. Ich
and then
will
run
ins
back.
Haus. Und ich will,
Hitting
dass du
that
meine
middle
Mami bist.
railing
Okay, Evie.
actually
Ich werde deine
spawns
Mami
Eevee
sein.
there, and that
Evie,
is
warte.
completely necessary.
Hast du sie gefunden?
Ja,
Alright,
sie
so
ist weggelaufen.
there's actually another
Ja,
skip here
vor
which I
mir.
will not be
Die Dinger sind
performing because it's
überall.
super risky on Madhouse due to
Sagen.
all the damage a bomb does. So we place a bomb exactly
Geht's
where
dir
I'm
gut?
standing, and
Mir geht's
basically
auch
on the
gut.
phone
Ich bin
call
kurz
you
vor
blow it up in
Madhouse.
front of the while you're in front of the door, and it bursts you through the door while on the phone call. It's just a very awesome skip that was found. It's usually done on easy mode because again, you don't really get damaged too hard on easy. So it's definitely useful to do on easy mode. Alright, so now we are gonna have to close this door so that those molded don't chase us. Again, we missed, that's fine, there we go. Got him that time. Blow up this guy, reload our pistol here, and activate the elevator. Now there is one more molded I need to kill. And there we go, GGWP, and that's basically the ship tape, really. Now, I am gonna go here. Yeah, I'm gonna go there because that is the next item that we'll be using when we are done with the ship tape. Now, hopefully my game doesn't crashes, and I'll let you guys know if it does crash. Alright.
Die Notfallverriegelung.
The reason I'm saying that is because when my game crashes and I load back into the game, it'll actually move my inventory slots. And so my item management is thrown off. Alright, so now we need one more molded to pass through, but since I'm at full HP, I'm actually just gonna go through him and not worry about it, even if he cheap shots me, just like that. See, if I was on low HP, then I wouldn't have done that. I would actually just kill him. Because it's super risky going through him with very low health because, like I said, those cheap shots are really bad. Alright, so this would be a good time for donations. Right now we're nearing the end of the ship tape. Again, we have to get this animation here with Alan.
Wie bist du hergekommen?
Alright.
Wo ist Ivy?
Sie ist außer Kontrolle. Ohne
She's
ihre
out of
Behandlung
control.
Gut, dass ich schon sterbe.
The German language, guys, is super funny because Mia just, look right here, she says stop, but she says stop with an H. It's just, like, why?
Das kleine Mischstück. Nie hat sie... Okay, warte. Ivy, nein, Ivy, Ivy.
Alright, this would be a good time for donations.
Sie versucht, die Kontrolle
Now again,
zu
I don't know if you guys would
gewinnen.
need me to avoid this part because of vomit. But I'll just show you guys here and you guys can tell me if I do need to stop looking at the vomit. See, I can avoid it right there.
Evelyn, stopp!
But that's the only spot that I can avoid it. Once I'm knocked over, I have no control of the camera anymore. And he is continuing to vomit, so just letting you all know. Again, this is a Cero D version, so no decapitation, which I know is very huge for a marathon, family-friendly type of marathon, so just letting you all know about that. Alright, so now we're done with this animation here. Or should I say cutscene? I keep calling it animation, actually cutscenes. And now we're going to continue on. Alright, so yeah, now there's nothing to do here. Again, this is actually where Mia made that video at the very beginning of the game. With that laptop right there. Alright, so now this guy is going to blow up right in front of us. And that is the end of the ship tape. A very, very fun ship tape there. And what you want to do there is skip that next cutscene. That is the only cutscene that you can skip in this game. Now, during that cutscene, the in-game timer is actually still running. So you want to end it as soon as possible in order to save as much time as you can. Alright, so now we're continuing on where we last started when we put in the ship tape. Una familia. Alright, to continue on here, we turn around and just open this elevator door. Now, as you can see, this is actually where Alan passed away. And so, we don't care about Alan, right? So now we are climbing the longest ladder in the game. Feels amazing. So here would be a good time for donations. Again, my game didn't crash, because usually after we're done with the ship tape, my game crashes. I really don't know why. It's very unfortunate there, but this time we were fortunate. Our game did not crash. Just clarifying that. Now the game only crashes because of I didn't state that before. It's because of my hardware. I'm recording and playing on the same PC, so that's the reason. Okay, so here we're gonna get this lug wrench. Hopefully we get the quick turn, and we finally got the quick turn. It is actually super difficult to get that quick turn. So this won't be the last time we come to this floor, which is the 4th floor. We have to come back up here to get a Mr. Everywhere and an antique coin. So again, our inventory slots are perfectly done well. As you can see, I was pressing all these buttons without moving my inventory much. And we put in the lug wrench. So here, we need this guy to vomit as soon as possible. Please vomit. Nope, he didn't. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, that's fine there. Alright, everything's just weird now. Where's my pistol? That is very strange. Did I not grab the pistol? What the heck? Why did that happen? So here's an antique coin. We're gonna grab that. Actually, we got a bad spawn here. Actually, no. Okay. That is actually very strange. That's never happened to me before because I've never screwed up that bad with my item management there. That's fine. So here we're getting antique coins in these rooms. So we grabbed one on the table in the middle of the hallway, and now we grabbed that antique coin, and we're coming over here to get a Mr. Everywhere. Let's shoot it right there. Nicely done. There's that guy. This guy's gonna spawn here. It's fine. I'm gonna make him vomit. You actually dodge the vomits if you move to the right immediately. Just a little tip there for those fat molded. So we're gonna come down here and we're gonna walk to the left now. Now we're coming down here to get 2 files and I believe the fuse that we put in for the first key item that we used to open this door. Excuse me on that one. Alright, so here I'm gonna pull out the pistol. We're gonna get this. We're actually gonna shoot this guy in the head. Nope, we missed. Alright, that's fine. It's very hard to shoot his head whenever he's not looking at us, but that's fine. So yeah, now we did everything that we needed to do here. And now we're gonna go up and get the cable. Now the fuse and the cable are needed to activate and power on this elevator. Alright, so now we're gonna go in here, and there's actually a file to my left. It's actually this box. I'm gonna press A there, and GG. And now we're gonna shoot this guy in the head as soon as I can. There we go. And use the corrosive. Nicely done there. So over here at the very corner of this hallway is another antique coin. Now these antique coins are very sneaky. You want to make sure you grab these. Alright, so before we get the cable, we're going to walk to the very corner of this room to get one more corrosive. There we go. And now we can start getting this. Okay, I'm going to activate that. I'm going to work on my management at the moment. Okay, I'm very unlucky right now. I'm actually going to heal here. Excuse me, buddy. Wow, okay, super unlucky there. That's fine. So, I had to fix my management there. I was super confused. But that's fine. I will get another safety heal. There is another safety heal here. But before all that, we are going to put the fuse and the cable in. And we're also going to read a file, get a coin, and destroy Mr. Everywhere in the meantime. Where's the cable? There it is. Again, I needed to work on my management there. That's fine. So we're going to go to this now. And we're actually going to go to the 4th floor. We can't forget about that. Go to the 4th floor first since this is 100%. And we're actually going to go to the second... What is this? The basement? I guess. S2. Alright. So yeah, now we come over here. And there is a bobblehead. There you go. Good RNG there that time. Performed a quick turn. Nicely done. Very simple time save there. Nice. So there we go. So now we need one more antique coin, and that is it for the ship here. Now, I'm going to make sure I do read that file. Reading it 1,000 times because I've missed this so many times on PB runs is not even funny. No, there's actually 2 more antique coins. 2 more. So here, I'm actually going to move to my left and waste my time getting this heal here. Heal is very helpful. Alright. That's basically the main reason why I get that heal, because of that guy. That molded is super tricky. There we go. Alright, so now we are going to try and bypass this molded that's getting up. Hopefully we don't get cheap shotted. This guy is one of the worst in cheap shots. Nice. Whoa, okay, bad RNG there, that's fine. How did he hit me with his vomit? I don't know. Alright, so here's where the corrosive is at, where we need to use it, and this is where the last antique coin is at for the ship. Alright. GG, guys. And that is the ship. Not too bad, not too bad.
Ethan.
Again, I do hold the world record for this run. Now, again, I am doing a lot of safety things. That's losing me time. But then again, we are like not getting like the best fights, but that's perfectly fine. Again, this is a speed run. Not all runs are perfect. Feels bad, man. Alright, so here's a very weird. I think I have my shadows on low, so I don't think there are any shadows. Yeah. My shadows are actually on medium, so you won't be able to see them. But if you have the shadows setting like on high and you're able to see shadows, Jack's shadow is actually floating. Like his head is floating, and he has no torso. It's just very weird, like basically coding and rendering on Jack's body shadow is very funny. Alright, so now this would be a really good time for donations as well. I am very surprised my game hasn't crashed. Very surprised. Again, here, this is really not an illusion. I guess you can say it's like an epiphany. Not really an epiphany either. I really don't know what it is, but really, this isn't happening. This is all happening within Ethan's head. So again, guys, we're almost done with this run. We do need a few more coins and a few more files and a few more Mr. Everywheres. And we need one more steroid and one more stabilizer, of course. Can't forget about those things. Alright. So now, since we picked Mia, we aren't going to have that extra boss fight. Again, if you pick Zoe, you're going to fight Mia right here again. Which is a huge time loss, so you really don't want to fight her again. Now, again, Ethan doesn't have items on himself right now, so once you're fighting Mia here again, you're actually going to find a crowbar that is hidden in the back of this room. And really, it's basically the Mia 1 boss fight over again. Alright, Mia. Free me! Yes. It's weird because on German language, they say their names perfectly like the English language in this game. It's super weird sometimes. Just how it is. And then they just sound different, of course, because it's German language with other words. Alright. Alright, so now that we're done with this, we're going to immediately turn around and get the next coin right away. Okay, the coin is hidden over here. And now we just need one more coin to get in this game, and that is 100% coins. Alright, so now you're going to see this helicopter coming. That helicopter is actually Chris Redfield's team. Yes, Chris Redfield is in Resident Evil 7. He made a comeback from Resident Evil 5. I'm pretty sure he's in Resident Evil 6, but I didn't really play that game because we all know it was probably one of the worst games in Resident Evil history. Of course, that is my opinion. Then again, I really shouldn't have an opinion because I didn't complete the entire game. I played like 2 chapters of Leon's story, and I was like, nope, this isn't my thing. Well, that's fine. Alright, so now we're just going to climb up here. I am going to grab this backpack just for safety reasons. Why not? You really don't need it. So I'm going to grab that separating agent and that right there. Now we're going to need the coins here. So this is where we get the steroids and the stabilizer. Alright, so I'm going to grab this herb here too. And now we're gonna continue on. Now here, these guys can wreck me and destroy me. Oh, no, no, no. We can't forget about this Mr. Everywhere. Can't forget about this little guy hidden over here. Can't forget about him. Very dangerous if we forget about him. Alright, so now I'm gonna turn immediately, shoot there. Now, please don't hit me. Please don't come in either. Nice. So again, just like with the molded at the elevator on the ship, if we don't kick him out, we cannot activate the elevator. So that's why it's very important to do that. I'm just making more heals here just for safety reasons. Actually gotta fix my inventory. Wow, it's all messed up. Alright, still my inventory is messed up. That's fine. I don't like the places where my guns are at. Perfectly fine. Alright, let's continue on here. So now I'm just gonna grenade launcher all of these guys, but sometimes they still won't be stunned. See, just like that guy. That guy right there. He likes to be a jerk to me sometimes. That's fine. Alright, so here the molded can actually be trapped in this tunnel and then appear after pushing this cart, or they can just bull rush me right now. And yeah, okay, there they go. This guy's gonna hit me while doing this. There's nothing I can do there. I am gonna grenade launcher this guy though. So yeah, again, I couldn't do anything with that molded there. Nothing I could have done. Alright, so here we're gonna read this file. Oh, we forgot a Mr. Everywhere. Can't forget about that. There we go, we got him now. I'm gonna grab this steroid that's hidden there. And I actually gotta read a lot of files here. Cannot forget about these files, actually. So we wanna put this weird stuff in there. And I'm gonna grab this there. That is a file. This is a file as well. This is a file as well. We're gonna grab this thing here. And now we need one more file to grab. And that'll be it for files. Now again, I do have a steroid to take still. I have to remember that. And now we are going to the next part of the game, which is probably one of the scariest parts. Now here, this is where Ethan's speed can actually be at its fastest, which is insane. Super insane. So here, on easy mode, you can actually get a retry here because of an autosave, but since this is Madhouse, they drastically reduce the autosaves, and so we can't hit retry. Now, I've accidentally done it before, hit retry on Madhouse, and it took me so far away, I totally forgot where it took me, and it was very unfortunate. Nothing I could have done. Alright, so there's going to be a molded that spawns here. And knock him back. Why is he getting knocked here? Super weird. Usually he's supposed to fall back to the staircase, but I'm getting very, very unlucky on that one. Alright, so now a four-legged mold is going to spawn. We're going to kill him right away, and hopefully this guy spawns. Nope. So if he doesn't spawn there, he actually spawns up here. Very unlucky. Okay, okay. Excuse me, buddy. I actually think I have no space coming on this side. Wow! Oh my god, I was actually very scared there. Excuse the frame lag. Alright, there we go. I changed to my other pistol here. Shoot these bombs. I actually got that bomb too, nice. And shoot him again. So there, if you shoot those neuro rounds, those blue rounds, it actually stuns them, as you guys recall from the barn fight when I fought those two fat molded. So here, you can actually stun them and skip killing them and save a ton of time. Then again, you have to watch out for those bombs. Bombs are very, very dangerous. Alright, so now we need one more Mr. Everywhere to complete 100% in this run. And here we go. So we're gonna activate the cutscene here. And bam, turn around, last Mr. Everywhere. GG, guys. And that is 100% in this game. Actually, no. Now it's 100% in this game. Can't forget about that bad boy right there. And now we just need to complete the game as normally. So again, here now Evie is attacking Ethan. So now Ethan is getting all of these hallucinations. And that was actually the only time where you can see Ethan's face. And you can only see it clearly with very low settings.
Ethan ist okay.
If you have high settings, it's very hard to see him because of all the shadows going on.
Lass es mir nicht wehtun.
So yeah, it's very hard.
Mami.
Das hättest du nicht tun dürfen. Das tat verdammt weh.
Will nicht mein Daddy sein.
So yeah, this would be a good time for donations as well.
Sterben.
Again, there is a lot of places for donations in this run, as well as knife only, which I will be doing on the next video, and it'll be in the description below. Alright, there we go.
Und dann spielst du vielleicht mit uns.
Ich spiele nicht.
Nein, schaff das weg von
So that injection is actually what we need to put inside of Evie. Feels bad, but it's necessary to complete the game. So we got a really bad animation there. It's really hard to squeeze through. When that happens, that's fine. So here, Evie is gonna try and push us back. So here we can avoid it once, and after this time, we're gonna sprint and go behind this wall. Alright, so there actually saves us getting pushed back there.
Nein, nein, nein.
Alright, and now it has been the grandmother the entire time. Now, if you guys don't know why she is so old now, is because whatever virus that she has inside of her actually made her age really fast within the 3 years that she has been here. So again, guys, if you guys see characters that really don't do anything in the game, they're probably the culprit. So keep that in mind. So here on this fight, it's easy. Just saw her down here. It's very simple here for NG+. This is how it is for every NG+ category in this game. Just easy saw her down. Alright, so now we're commencing to the second phase of this fight. Now the second phase of this fight is also the last phase, and it's completely pointless. You don't even have to do damage to her to finish the fight. So here, I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to do a single thing. I don't know why Capcom did this, but it's just how it works. So here, I'm not going to do anything. I mean, you could shoot her. Again, it doesn't make a difference. So I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just going to take all the hits without doing a single thing. And now one more hit right here, and then now she's gonna hit me one more time. And she's gonna pick us up. So here is where we start doing something. You see that, where she's grabbing me? I'm gonna saw that thing off, and she's gonna drop me down. And there we go. Alright, so now we're gonna have to grab that Albert pistol, which is the actual pistol that we've been using the entire time during the run. But this one's more stronger. It actually has like newer rounds inside of it, which is really weird. But here, I'm not even gonna move my aim. I'm just gonna spam the shooting button and kill her in 4 shots. There you go, GG. Easy. And that is it, guys. That is Resident Evil 7 Madhouse NG plus 100% speedrun. If you guys enjoyed the commentary and learned a lot from this run, I am glad that you guys did, because that means I did my job well on this commentary. But yes, again, this is a donation incentive category, and I will be doing Madhouse Knife only as well. Alright, see you guys next time.